What's going on, guys? I want to do a video on this 1996 Specialized M2 Stumpjumper that I recently overhauled. Came out really nice. This is actually my father's bike. He bought it new. This was like one of the top of the line bikes at the time. I think it was almost like 2,000 bucks. I remember he got a deal with a friend. He had a friend who owned a rental shop and was able to get him a deal on it. But he bought it new, rode it till the early 2000s. I want to say probably around 2001, 2002, and the bike sat unused ever since. So I recently got my hands on it and decided to go through it top to bottom, give this thing some new life. I've actually been watching a fellow YouTuber, the Old Shovel. He's got some really good videos, and this kind of inspired me to do an overhaul on this thing. And been riding around a little bit. Actually rides pretty damn nice for an old machine. So I'll start at the front here. It's got the Shox Judy XC fork. When I got it, it was completely dead. The astronomers inside it were pretty much powdered. They crumbled essentially when I was taking it apart. So I was able to get a rebuild kit from Specialty Retro Products off eBay. They got a coil conversion kit. Actually works really good. This fork actually rides pretty damn nice. So one other thing to mention is this bike is pretty much all original. The only exceptions are the grips, the shifters, which my father had updated to the rapid fires, and then the tires. The tires were changed out at some point. I actually did put a new rear tire, but the front tire is the original, or the replaced IRC tire, which, man, if you look on eBay at some of these vintage NOS tires, I mean, the prices are just outrageous what they're getting for some of these tires. It's nuts. But it's got the original Dior cantilever brakes with the interchangeable pad system. I put all new brake cables on it, took apart everything, cleaned it up. Everything works really good. It's actually got pretty decent stopping power. Rim brakes do work pretty good as long as they're not wet. Once you get wet, that's where the disc brakes really take advantage. Somehow over the course of time, I think they put some different pads back here, but again, it's got all new cables, put all new shifter cables on it, adjusted everything shifts really crisp and clean. This is actually the original drivetrain still, minus the chain. I did put a new chain on it, but the original rear cassette. It's got the Dior XT derailleur. It's got the original specialized crank. The teeth on these rings are okay shape. You know, ideally I would have liked to replace them, but pretty much impossible to find new replacement rings for these. I thought about doing something, you know, something more modern, doing a single chain ring with a wider cassette and blah blah blah. But you know what? I just said, hey, for this build, we'll just keep this thing how it was, because it is. I mean, it is a great bike. It's surprising. Brings back memories riding this thing. I mean, when I was in high school, I eat, slept, and breathed mountain bikes, and you know, brings back old memories of the old cross country races in the early in the late 90s. We had some good times back then. This is all we really had to ride, you know. But yeah, just gave this bike a really good cleaning. Just stripped everything down, cleaned everything up, re-greased every contact surface, pulled apart the hubs, everything. So it was a real fun build. I did get some brand or NOS Icon clipless pedals. When I was riding as a kid, I had red clipless pedals just like this, so just kind of brings back old memories, you know. But yeah, everything's pretty nice on this thing. Got the original seat on it. There's a little tear right in the corner there. I put a piece of duct tape on it to keep it from getting any worse. But that's the old girl right there. It's got the Specialized Eaton handlebars on it. Whole geometry of this bike's kind of awkward, you know, that super close together long stem feel, but hey, that's what they had back in the day. So yeah, I want to thank the old shovel. He really gave me some inspiration in doing this bike. So I'll show you my current. This is my current machine right here. Transition Patrol. This thing's a nasty little girl. I mean, just look at how different everything is. I mean, it's just crazy. So, hope you guys enjoy.